Hello and welcome everyone to another StarCraft 2 England cast. Today I do have game 1 of this best of 3 between TSLHyuN and SlayerSmin. So this is going to be a ZvZ game. It is SlayerSmin is playing under KJ and is the blue Zerg, HyuN the red Zerg, and this is from AntecAttack number 25. Now when you guys flick over to game 2, obviously you will hear Pewee with me. Me and Pewee cast AntecAttack live together every Wednesday evening at 6:30 PM British Summer Time on the Definitive Esports stream. So keep an eye out for that. Follow me on Twitter to get updates of when that goes live. And basically what you need to know, well, essentially when you get to game 2, that's where we're both there. The reason we didn't cast game 1 together is we were still in a quarter-final games. This is a semi-final game, so that is why. So bear with us for that. And well, what can we expect from these two players? Well, it should be pretty damn sweet. I'm really interested to see what goes on, and well, it's a ZvZ, anything can happen, and basically so far nothing too crazy has gone on, so that's the one thing to look on the positive side there. And I mean, early pools, they're great in kind of spectator sport, but if you want to learn from it or really see some great gameplay, you do hope that there'll be an overlord before a pool. But this is pretty damn good. HyuN, he's won the AntecAttack tournament 5 times. He is so good. Most of those wins have been against his teammate Revival, who wasn't actually playing this tournament, but I mean, those finals, HyuN always 3-0s. He's so good at ZvZ, it's absolutely sick. But here comes down a pull first for SlayerSmin, and obviously HyuN going for the hatch first. What's the benefit? Well, the hatch first, mid-game, you're going to be a bit better because you've got that base slightly earlier, you've got the slightly better income later. Getting the pull first, 1, you have the safety of being able to get the Zerglings, 2, you get a queen slightly earlier. That basically means that for a brief while you have more lava, and that's because of the inject mechanic. So there's pros and cons to both, but they should be pretty even, assuming nothing crazy goes on. HyuN getting his first gas there, and of course no gas yet out for SlayerSmin. Obviously HyuN is so good at ZvZ, as I've said before. It's absolutely crazy how good he is, and that's why he's gone for really quite a late pull. He's going to probably... well, there's two chains of thought. You can either get your Baneling Nest with your first 50 gas, which is slightly more defensive, or you can get speed, which is a bit riskier, but means you get more map control and you can be more aggressive later. Judging by the fact that HyuN is basically at 100 gas already, he's probably going to go for the speed first. We do have that Overlord from SlayerSmin in there, knows exactly what's going on. 3 drones still in gas. That's a big tell of what's going on. So basically, if you pull them out, then you know it's going to be just mass speedlings, and it's a faked expansion. Or basically, while the expansion's there, it's purely for the production to make the opponent feel safe. This queen is going to be irritating, shouldn't be able to take it on the Overlord, so that will be absolutely fine. Of course, Overlord spread in ZvZ, really important. As you can see, SlayerSmin is going really, really good with this Overlord spread. He's spreading out at all the different options, and the reason you can afford to do so is just because the only thing that can shoot up for a massive amount of time are queens, which, unless they have creep, can't keep up with Overlords, so you're absolutely fine. Now, this looks like SlayerSmin is going to go for a spine. That's very, very defensive. It's good against Banelings, which of course HyuN is on his way to getting, and that's really typical of HyuN's play. He goes for that Ling Bling phase. He's confident in his micro ability with those Zerglings and Banelings, and he can do massive damage with them. But the Baneling Nest on its way for min now there as well, and to be honest, we're going to see a big load of Ling Bling micro, hopefully, which of course is really fun to watch, but really stressful to play, because one miscontrolled Baneling or bad bit of control on your Zergling ball basically means the end of the game, because Banelings just kill masses of Zerglings or can knock out a whole train of Banelings. And the Baneling train is a phrase basically meaning that you should always send your Banelings in pairs, spread out, because 2 Banelings kill Banelings, which basically means if you had a clump of say 4 Banelings and 2 Banelings walked up, they would all eradicate, but obviously you killed 4 for the price of 2. Good. And also if they're Zerglings, well, 2 Banelings at a time means that you can never have like one Zergling killing one baneling really. You'd have to take quite bigger groups to do it effectively. This supply depot going down, this is probably just for a bit of a wall off play. The Roach one on its way as well now for HyuN, who of course is at a pretty even position right now. The Roach one also coming down for Min. He's getting up an Evo chamber. I don't think HyuN has actually got that Evo yet. There we go, is on its way down. And this is a nice little wall off. It just narrows the area, preventing the Zergling run-bys. And also, what is really important is where these banelings are positioned, because if Zergling's running, they get funneled through this area, and the banelings can be very, very effective. It also minimises the risk of basically one Zergling getting through. This Zergling is just for the scouting information, sees the Roach Warren. The Roach speed on the way out for HyuN right now, and if we take a look over at Min's base, he's getting a +1 missile attack, but his lair is only about 2/3 done at the moment, so Roach speed will be a lot further behind. What does Roach speed give you? Roach speed gives you quicker resupplies and reinforcements. It gives you a lot better reactions to any kind of pushes or anything like that. This third base will be a lot easier to defend. It also gives you a much better arc in a Roach engagement. Basically meaning, if you have a big arc, you get more units attacking at once, which is good. And so now I heard some banelings morphing, but I don't know where they are. They're morphing. Oh, there they are, right under my nose. So, 2 banelings, a good number. It deals with big baneling balls, or also just Zerglings really effectively. Like this ball of Zerglings, if HyuN doesn't control well, which he should because he'll see them with the Overlord, could take a lot of damage. But of course, this shows the third base timing, although both players had a very, very similar timing on the third base. The Roaches are in play though for HyuN right now. The banelings getting sniped down. There's some good control there, and no Roaches actually died. So if we look at the loss tab, already favouring HyuN right now, and that is just great. Really on the money. In terms of the worker count, 56 to 47, 9 workers supply ahead for HyuN right now. But the infestation pit is down there for Min, and of course already down though for HyuN. So HyuN has already started the pathogen glands. He's got already a 25-second head start on infestors with fungal growth capability, and all of these small little slips make a really big difference basically. And why, when you watch people like Day 9 when they're doing Newbie Tuesday and things, they say about refining the build and getting the timing right, is because a second in the first minute is really significant. Being almost 60 seconds, a whole minute behind in terms of pathogen glands, just means the infestors are going to be so much later, the fungal growth so much later, which means you're effectively going to be weaker. And it's a bit of a compromise. Generally, the later you leave tech, the safer you are now, but the weaker you'll be later. So that basically means HyuN is getting in a stronger and stronger position, especially because his economy is still so far ahead. But this is a big Roach push coming in here. Of course, Min does have the better supply advantage. There is that Spine Crawler there, though. A great arc, and I don't actually think Roach speed is done for Min at the moment by the looks of things. That means that these Roaches have to engage, or they'll just get pinned down. But you can see a slightly better arc here for HyuN, and a good fungal growth goes down, and this is exactly what I mean. This is where this knock-on effect plays in, but it's +1 against +1. Equal upgrades, a massive fungal growth goes down there. Such a good arc there for HyuN, and basically those infestors are paying for themselves massively, and this bigger army supply is getting crushed by the better tech of HyuN. And of course, Pathogen Glands still hasn't started as far as I'm aware for Min right now, so SlayerSmin is looking to be in a really, really tough spot. He is still, well, pretty much 17 workers behind, if my maths is good at this time of night. But again, these infestors are coming in. No energy for fungal growth on any of them, though. So they need to be a bit careful so they're not sniped off by the Roaches. Roach speed is now done for SlayerSmin. So I don't know, that probably was in the last engagement. I just didn't notice in time. That Overlord will go down to that Queen, and of course that's just a bit of a loss. It's 100 minerals, it's a lava, and that's just going to be a pain. But these Roaches are going to try and come in and snipe down the Queen. The Queen getting pulled back very, very quickly by HyuN, and this is just going to be some close engagement. Infested Terran's getting lobbed down. That's an interesting choice. It's using the energy immediately. Obviously, the Roaches pull back, they're not going to be able to engage. Fungal growth did appear to go down there. We do have another fungal growth nearly ready, obviously 75 energy for a fungal, and this infestor up to 70. Once that more fungal growth come through, those Roach balls get completely annihilated. Fungal growth does so much damage to them, and it prevents them getting good attack arcs, which is the biggest problem. Of course, now in come the roaches, a massive fungal growth, that's pretty much as good as you're ever going to get, and this of course means these roaches aren't attacking, only the front ones ever engaging, and now HyuN is going to get such an amazing position here, just fungal growthing it out everywhere, and we do see that HyuN will take game 1 of this best of 3. So if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe as well, new top level games up every single day, multiple games most days, and of course leave a sweet comment, tell me what you thought of the game, and most importantly though, I hope you enjoyed. Go to my channel, find game 2. This should also be in a playlist if I remember to do it, and that basically means you can find it, and of course that will be with Huey as well, so he's a really cool level, a really high level player as well, so he knows loads of cool stuff. Thank you very much for watching, and see you at game 2. Bye for now.